Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and demo of the new Urban Decay All Nighter Liquid Foundation. What I like to do when I do reviews and demos is I like to go ahead and show you guys the demo first so you can kind of see how it applies, and then I always go through all my notes that I've made over the past few days and kind of tell you guys what I'm thinking about a foundation. So basically I'll just go ahead and get in the demo. I only want to mention one thing, and that's when I'm applying in the demo, you're going to see that the foundation looks a lot lighter than my neck. This foundation does oxidize, which you guys will see me talking about in the review part. So like I said, at first it doesn't match my neck, but then once everything's blended and I've got the rest of my makeup on, it all matches with my neck. So let's just go ahead and get into the demo, and then I'll tell you guys my overall thoughts about the product. Alright guys, so first off, I just want to go ahead and mention the packaging. I think that it is super cute, super sleek. I feel like everybody is loving this packaging. This is $40 and it does have a matte finish. The first thing that I want to talk about, which I think is what everybody wants to know, is how long this lasts. For me, this is a very long wearing foundation with a primer and without a primer. I don't find that I need a primer to make this foundation last a long time, which is really great for someone who maybe doesn't like primers. So again, like I said, if you are someone that doesn't like primers, I don't feel like you need a primer with this. I feel like around hour 6, hour 8, somewhere around there, I kind of start to just get a little bit oily, but I don't mind it because it makes my skin look kind of like dewy, which I don't mind. Just kind of makes my skin look glowy, I guess you could say. And I don't mind that, but if you are someone that, you know, that bothers you, I have been taking notes each day, and it's still around hour 6 to hour 8. That's with and without a primer. I don't have a primer on today just because, like I said, I don't feel like I need one, so I did just want to mention that. Something that I do want to mention is when I got back from Florida, I was a little bit burnt, like right here and right here, so I was peeling. This definitely grabbed onto that, definitely really accentuated that, so if you have dry skin or dry patches, you definitely may want to get a sample before you try this. However, I did take my Smashbox primer water, and what I do is I would dot the foundation, spray my face a couple times, and come in with a sponge. And that did seem to help it. However, when it did dry down, it did still accentuate, like I said, the dryness and the flakiness on my skin. So as far as setting with a powder, there is two that I want to mention. These are just my two like all-time favorite go-tos. It's the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and the Dermablend setting powder. I like the Mineralized Skin Finish better to set this with because I find that it doesn't make it look like I have like a powder or something on. Whereas for some reason with this translucent powder, I find that it really makes it more prominent that I have foundation on, and it definitely looks like I have like I said, powder over top of it too. I'm not exactly sure why, because I don't run into that issue with like other foundations using that setting powder, so I'm not exactly sure if that setting powder just doesn't work well with that foundation or not. So they have an amazing color range. I am in the shade 3.25. This is the shade that I was in the Naked Skin when I tried it. This is the shade that I am when I'm not tan. However, I just got from Florida. I am a little bit, like I said, tan right now at the moment. I noticed when I'm looking over here, like I said, in the viewfinder, it's looking like my face is a little bit lighter than my neck, but I think it's like the ring light in this my new lighting setup. But it's not like that. Like I said, in person it matches. But like I said, this is the shade that I am when I'm tan. So as you guys can tell, it definitely is darker because this is the shade that I was in the Naked Skin. But like I said, I have seen other reviews, and it seems to be the more like warm shades that are oxidizing to like an orange kind of undertone. So I would definitely maybe walk around the store, swatch on your neck, wait for it to dry, and kind of see your overall, you know, like thoughts on it. Like if it's going to like oxidize too much, or, you know, because it's going to be different for everybody. So I did want to mention that. So my biggest issue that I had with this was probably applying way too much. When I first tried it, I did 2 pumps, dotted it all over my face, went to apply it, and it was so full coverage, like way too intense, and like just way too much. So you definitely just need a small amount, a little bit. Like I said, just like I need 1 pump and I don't even use all that. And it just gives me a beautiful full coverage matte finish. And like I said, it's really beautiful. So as far as how it feels on the skin, I don't find that it's heavy whatsoever for a full coverage foundation. I can still tell that I have foundation on, but I don't feel like it's not like the Kat Von D foundation. I don't feel like it's so full coverage and so heavy at the same time. It's really lightweight and full coverage. And I thought I was so happy when Urban Decay came out with a matte foundation, because I loved how their like naked skin looked, but it was like a medium coverage and it wasn't like a matte finish. So I was so happy that they come out with this. But my favorite way to apply this is with a sponge, and I just find that I like the sponge the best because it soaks up the excess product. It makes it more natural looking, not as full coverage. Whereas with a brush, a flat top kabuki or a buffing brush is what I used. It's a little bit more full coverage, but it still blends into the skin very nicely, and I do really like it. This is a foundation that I can definitely tell that I have on. So if you're someone who likes more of like a natural kind of foundation, I don't really think that this would be the best foundation for you. But again, you can always go try a sample, just see how you like it. And the last thing I want to mention is how like it sets on the skin. So it does not sink into my pores, which I think is great, because I find with a lot of full coverage foundations, they kind of sink into my pores and accentuate them. This one does not do that. However, it doesn't sink into like my lines of my forehead or anything. However, I do find that like my smile lines, like right here, throughout the day, the foundation will kind of like bunch up around it. I'm not exactly sure why, but I can just come in with like a powder and just kind of go like this and blend it out, and I don't have that issue anymore. But I did want to mention that overall, but it covers like my redness, it covers like any breakouts that I have. It really is an amazing foundation. So I do like it. Like I said, the fact that it does oxidize, I think, is something that, you know, a lot of people seem to be having an issue with. But besides that, like I said, I love it. Is it a foundation though that I'm gravitate towards like now? No, because in the summertime, I'm at the pool, I'm working outside, I don't wear foundation all the time. However, for a night out in the winter, if I'm having a lot of breakouts, yes, this is a foundation that I would definitely reach for. So if you guys, like I said, have tried this foundation, just comment down below. You know, let other people maybe know your experience with this foundation, so they can tell, like I said, see other opinions and see if it's going to work for them. And as always, if you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.